Happy Sunday, welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show. Having the days flowing, T and me. What have we got? We've had rain, snow, well, we haven't had the snow, but sunshine, winds. I can't believe the wind that we did have last week as well. It was unreal. Gladly we didn't have it over the weekend. So whatever you've been doing, and if you have been to grassroots football, supporting your child or someone else's child, let's just hope loads of this REFspect was out today. Unfortunately, I couldn't get out because work called. I've had a busy, mad few weeks, I must admit. Things are settling down now. The REFspect is all up and running as we declared yesterday, Friday. We need your support. We have the poster, we have the press release, we sent it out to the media, we send it out to all clubs. If you know anyone who knows someone in the big side, big time, like Man United, Liverpool and Everton, we're waiting for them to come back, but they normally put it on their website and hopefully in the programme give us a mention. We need to make it massive because we've got 3 weekends basically, even though it's only on the Sunday, the Virtu Trophy final at Wembley Stadium. That is a massive plus. That is the beginning of the REFspect awareness weekends. The following weekend we have the 18th, 19th, and then on the Monday the 20th, where we have the Monday Night Football, and then the following Friday we go on to the 24th, I think it is, that's Friday Night Football, 25th, 26th. We need all your support. Those are the big weekends for the grassroots teams, clubs, pubs, you name it, everyone to get involved in it. We want it on everyone's lips talking about how big the REFspect programme is. And we know it'll cause mayhem about referees. These are grassroots referees. We need your support. And the PGMO are supporting us by wearing these t-shirts during the warm-ups around the Premier League grounds. We've emphasised this day in, day out, week in, week out. This has been extended by the Premier League and the PGMO. They are absolutely brilliant for supporting a not-for-profit organisation like Don't Cross the Line. Yes, we've been going since 2003, bringing communities together, and we want to make sure that we're bringing bigger communities together. This is our biggest campaign ever, and we need your support to share it and get on board. We know there'll be not so positive comments going on the forums. We know that because people always have a pet hate against referees. Now the Daily Mirror, hopefully they'll be doing a story. We're hoping that the terrestrial TV channels will pick it all up and give us the credit that we deserve promoting good sports personship at grassroots football, making a difference for all the kids, making a difference for the young referees, bringing kids into the game. Now remember, we didn't have to do this many years ago when we had paper rounds. Kids would just go out and do their paper round, milk round, bread round. There was no verbal abuse, there was no aggressive behaviour. Some streets may have been wild, but what we're trying to say is we have to defend the kids who are still at school, still minors, who are out there learning the trade of officiating, refereeing from adults. Now imagine if we had all those kids who were doing bobber job, helping the Girl Guides, the Boy Scouts, everyone doing good within their communities. Paper rounds, we're all getting delivered the paper they've got now, we know that. Milk, they've gone as well. Kids were all delivering them, bread rounds, you name it, eggs, there was all kinds. All on the milk floats, if you remember them coming round. All the kids were earning a few bob, doing little odd jobs. And the adults were helping them, the companies were helping them. But you don't get that at grassroots football. What you get is some irate parents and spectators who are hell-bent on damaging the kids. Yes, kids who are taking up officiating. Some kids may have taken it up because they're not so good at football. Other kids will take it up even though they're good at football to earn a few bob because they don't get paid for playing football. And it does give them a few bob, and it helps the parents from pocket money. If the parents are struggling and that child is officiating and earning a good few bob per week, it really does help the mums and dads, brothers and sisters who probably haven't got as much money to give them as pocket money, which we all used to get years ago. They can all save up, they can all learn how to spend money, save money, what to spend it on, what not to spend it on. And I know plenty of young referees who will sit there talking to them and say, "Now you're getting on, not so bad, I'm going to be going into college soon, but I've got all my referee money, I'm going out to buy some clothes, I'm going on a holiday." It's absolutely brilliant to listen to them. It really is, to learn what they are doing. So take that into account if you're an irate parent, spectator, going to watch kids football week in, week out. The kids are there developing their skills as a referee or an official, if you want to call it that. But they're also earning pocket money to help them in the future, to put money in the bank. It really does, and we need to support that. We need to support them and understand it could be your child as an adult one day. And I've had plenty of adults who are irate towards referees come up to me and says, "I've learnt my lesson, Mal, but my lad wants to go into officiating, or my daughter officiating, how did he go about it?" And I've given them the advice, and I've sent them on to the county FAs what to do, where not to go, what not to do. And they've done it, and they've learned the lesson. But you've got to realise that those same parents may watch their child officiating, and how would they feel if irate parents would give them verbal abuse, as they used to do when they were running teams? And we ask them the question, and they go, "I don't know whether I could take it." And you look at them and you say, "Well, that's what you used to do to the kids as referees, officials." And they have changed the ways. I know plenty of managers who thank me for changing their ways. You know, because if you're irate, if you're a manager, coach, spectator, parent, whatever, and you go there and you're irate, it's not worth the hassle. It really isn't worth the hassle that you're putting the kids through, and especially your child. We were talking the other day on a Friday about making memories for the kids. We all remember what it used to be like when we were all playing football as kids, and what parents were like. And if they didn't support you, you'd always remember, you'd always go back. Or not just football, anything that you were doing. And you take those bad memories with you as you grow up. And you say to yourself, "I wish it had been different. I wish I'd got support like the kids are getting." Because those years ago, you didn't have the facilities that everyone has now. Parents have got to understand that. Those facilities that your kids have got are second to none. There's football every single week. There wasn't years ago. Muddy pitches, cases, balls with laces in, boots with steel toe caps in. There was no real boss kids that you can look at now. You're getting them everywhere. Kids are looking absolutely spot on. They really are. But things haven't changed from the sidelines. Even though these facilities are unbelievable, spectators, mums and dads, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, grandparents always believe that their grandchild or their son, daughter are going to make it, brother, sister, nephew, niece are going to make it. And they're turning up every single week to watch and promote and push. Give it to so-and-so, give it to so-and-so, they'll score a goal. It's not all about scoring, it's about developing and enjoying the game of football. But kids can't enjoy that game of football if they have irate parents or spectators around them. It makes a difference, you know, if you go there and encourage the kids, whether they win, lose or draw. Look at their development. Look from when they first started and you watch them, when they were 5, 6, 7, when they were running the wrong way, up and down the pitch, falling over. The ball was bigger than them. They were running everywhere but toward that ball. And then when they did run toward the ball, there was gangs of them for one ball because there's no positional sense. There was no coordination. Sit back, take that into account and watch as your child now has gone into a team, the coach is giving them instructions. You see the development, they're running the correct way, they're passing the ball looks smaller than them now. They're controlling it well, their attitudes are good, there's no crying, they're harder. This is what football is all about, and skills, development, and not just football. Any sport that the kids want to participate in, even dancing. You've got coaches over there with kids going to dance schools and you learn the moves, and same as school. They go in, they develop the skills within maths, English. Yeah, there's a lot of kids who are better than others and slow learners, and that goes with football as well. There's a lot of kids who are slow learners and late developers in football. So you can never say never to a child. If you think, there's no chance of them, they get the right coaching, the right methods and the right skill, and they start clicking to their development skills and coaching. You never know. There's a lot of late developers, I'm sure. Jamie Vardy was one of them from Sunday League. So always remember that, and always support the kids to what they want. Some might say, I'm not good enough for football, I don't want to play. Don't force them. Don't be a pushy parent. Go and support them in whatever they want to do. We're talking about making memories in grassroots football. This is what REFspect is all about, because if you start verbally abusing a referee and showing aggressive behaviour towards them, it's the kids who suffer. So we support the referee who are the targets for verbal abuse and aggressive behaviour on and off the field of play. So we're asking, each time you go out there, take that into consideration and remember what football's all about. It's about the kids enjoying themselves. I still see coaches out there with a be and then be on the end all of winning. They just want to win at all costs. And I don't understand why they want to take the credit for winning a cup. They never get noticed. No name is in plaques, is there, of managers. People will talk about it in years to come, yeah. They'll always remember the kids, but they'll never remember the manager. The kids will remember the manager. And honestly, the amount of kids who have grown up to adults who I used to coach and were in my team, and one of them still calls me gaffer when he sees me. Dear me, it's unreal. Their memories, those kids have good memories because I tried to make it good for them. They develop their skills from poor to average to good to better. Maybe none of them ever made it into the big time, but they've got kids who they taking on what they learned, and those kids are developing better now because, as we said before, they've got better facilities, so they become better players. But if you can develop their attitudes better, wow, there you go, success. The kids have got more chance of making it today than what they did have years ago. Honestly, you really did have to have skills. You had to dig your foot out the mud because games weren't cancelled. They were on hail, rain, snow. It was just, it's only a little bit waterlogged. You're only going to get covered in mud. And that's the way it was. If that happened now, games are off week in, week out. You know that. A little bit of rain on there, a little bit of mud. The ball's just not rolling. So cast your mind back and remember, whenever you go out, and I hope you did today and yesterday, whenever the kids play, encourage them to play. Get behind them. If they make a mistake, so be it. They made a mistake. Don't knock them for it, and especially the referees. If they make a mistake, and they're only human, they will do. They don't get all decisions right. They try their best because they've been taught, and like on their course. You know, the referees can have all different levels, and the lower the referee on a level is the better they are. So they start from level 7 if I'm right, or maybe level 7 plus, and then they work their way down And we've got young Dan, who's honestly going to be a really, really classy referee, who we're going to try and promote and push him because he's also an ambassador for Don't Cross the Line. And he's the one who picked my t-shirts up on Friday from Touchline. So we appreciate all that. He's got the volunteer shirts. The others were sent off to the PGMOL. Everything about young Dan is unbelievable. Great attitude as well. And the learning skills and what he's doing here. And he's going to be moving into the tech side of things with Don't Cross the Line. We can't wait, because we're going to soup this up with Peter, our tech expert, who's going to pass all the information he knows on to young Dan, and Dan will pass it on in turn. And then we're going to have the kids' voice box back. Younger kids learning the podcasting and developing like Dan and Jaden. Jaden's going into wrestling now, but he'll be coming back soon. I'll message him later on to say we're almost done. You'll be in the studio again soon. Honestly, the kids will be going out, roving reporters. That's what we're going to make them for DXTL grassroots, and interviewing adults, other kids, and then bringing their interviews onto the show. And they'll be edited in there. We're going to have DXTL TV from the touchline. We're going to have the kids editing. We're going to have new programs on, especially in YouTube. We're going to develop it, soup it up. And this is what the kids can get involved in. And we want to give the kids a voice and more confidence. And we want to take those kids who are having mental health struggles away and got no confidence to build their confidence and get them into football teams, get them into doing something like we're doing, promoting. That's what we're all about, a not-for-profit organisation. Don't Cross the Line, a CIC, community interest company, next best thing to a charity, helping the kids, helping the future, helping managers to develop their skills as well, because it's never too late to learn and be educated. Never. And we've got plenty of guests coming in to talk about all that, all their skills and what they've learned. And we've got the likes of Jack, who'll be coming in from Shine Business Solutions, and maybe James, and he's going to tell his story about how he developed and what he does for the community. And he's our partner. We've never had a business partner. We've now actually got one. Shine Business Solutions. If you are a business and you're looking for a Boss photocopier and getting all kinds of all this ink and all on top of your higher price, but the best deal ever, honestly, get in touch with us and we'll put you in touch with Jack and Shine Business Solutions. They've got 9 offices all over the country and they're developing bigger, and they're bringing in more customers day by day because they're doing it right. They're working closely with communities. They're giving them the prices that they can afford. This is why we bring them on board, because they are part of us and they help the communities tenfold and work with us. And that's why we've gone into partnership with Shine Business Solutions. Look them up. And if you're after a photocopier, mention me and no doubt you'll get even better discount. Because we're trying to promote business, we're trying to promote, these are people who are supporting communities. Without them, we go nowhere. We need to help these businesses and support them. We can only thank all the businesses who buy kits for all the clubs, the teams. Without them, there wouldn't be football either, would there? There wouldn't be football kits looking so good. So we want to thank the businesses who sponsor teams as well. Take your hat off and thank them, because they're getting behind grassroots football, they're getting behind the kids. They're giving the kids something to look forward to. So we want to thank them. And we want to thank all football's governing bodies, especially the PFA, for supporting the t-shirts for the PGMOL. And we're hoping to expand again next year. The Premier League, the FA, we want the FA on board more if we can. We want the county FAs on board. If you know a county FA, ask me for all the press release and the poster and give it to them and tell them to promote it amongst their leagues and do something. How can we support the referees better? How can we attract more referees? And the REFspect and Don't Cross the Line are prime examples of success, because we're gaining more support week in, week out, especially by football's governing bodies. And we're just trying to make a difference for the kids and the referees who are still kids and at school out there for grassroots football, trying to take the pressure away from them. And the pressure comes from adult behaviour. That was me to say the show's ended, by the way, if you're hearing an alarm. Not for me to get up, which we all have that ringtone sometimes, don't we? To wake you up when you're going to work. Well, we just hope that you've had a really happy Sunday. And it's hard, isn't it, because the international break's on and we've got no Premier League at the moment to see how our teams are doing. But at least the season lasts longer, because I think all teams have got about 7 or 8 games or less getting cup competitions. And wow, what a run we've got. Manchester City, FA Cup, we were out the Champions League, and then we got PSG. It's going to be tough, but we need the players to step up and make a difference, just like parents out there to step up and make a difference for the kids out there as well. Make the kids enjoy it, give them good memories when you're out and about supporting them. It's all about their development. You can help them too. You can build good attitudes by having your good attitude at home as well. Bring in that circle of friends that we have. Bring football teams together. That's what it's all about. We bring communities together through football and the work that we're doing. And we're independent. We work for no one. We're a voluntary organisation. We go cap in hand to the National Lottery and help us to build something for the kids, for the future, to make a difference. We're not paid. That's what we're all about. Volunteers making a difference. And you can help us make that difference as well and bring better behaviour on and off the field of play within grassroots football. And all we can do is thank you for it. But please make a note in your diary, the 12th, the 18th and the 25th. They're the weekends that we are going to be supporting REFspect together and the referees. How can we support them? Mal at don'ttexttheline.com. Give me your thoughts. Don't forget, shaking hands, sending in photographs, and we'll try and put a prize up. I'll speak to one of the business owners very soon indeed and see what we can do to help teams across the nation. And we thank you for all your support. If you want to support us, mal at don'ttexttheline.com, get in touch with us and we'll go from there. And we'll see you soon. We'll see you again on Friday, no doubt. Young Dan will be in, and let's just hope all the software is up and running and we're on Spotify, back on Spotify, as well as Mr. Al getting involved with us too. From myself, Mal Lee, and all the team here, the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, REFspect programme, Heart of Gold initiatives, no ref, no game, one step ahead on mental health. We'll be back Friday evening and we'll be back, no doubt, with Dan. We'll see you then. Cheerio for now.